In the vibrant city of Lagos, where dreams wore heels and heartbreak often hid behind designer sunglasses, there lived a young woman named Amara Daniels. Amara was beauty wrapped in grace. At 27, she was the kind of woman people noticed the moment she entered a room, not because she was loud, but because she carried herself like someone who had survived storms without letting them steal her softness. She worked as a junior architect in one of Victoria Island's fastest-growing firms, balancing impossible deadlines by day and her widowed mother's medical bills by night. To the world, Amara looked like she had everything together. But beneath her polished smile was exhaustion. She had loved once. Deeply. At 22, she gave her heart to Ton Afolabi, a charming university sweetheart who promised forever, until forever became another woman with richer parents and a family company. That betrayal didn't just break Amara's heart. It changed her. Since then, she trusted carefully. Loved cautiously. And whenever men called her wifey material, she smiled politely while building invisible walls. Her best friend, Ife, always told her that love itself had not hurt her, the wrong man had. But Amara no longer knew the difference. Across the city, in the polished glass towers of Eco Atlantic, lived a man whose name opened doors before he even touched them. Adrian Cole. 32. Tech entrepreneur. Investor. Magazine worthy. The golden son of one of Nigeria's wealthiest families. Women adored him. Blogs followed him. His smile alone could trend. But Adrian had a secret. He was tired. Tired of women loving his money before his mind. Tired of networking disguised as dating. Tired of being introduced to perfect wives by powerful mothers who treated marriage like a business merger. And most of all, he was tired of pretending he wasn't lonely. After one disastrous public breakup with a social media influencer who leaked his private messages for clout, Adrian disappeared from Lagos headlines for months. No parties. No scandals. No appearances. Until one rainy Tuesday evening, fate interrupted both their lives. Amara had stayed late at work finalizing a luxury hotel proposal she hoped would finally earn her promotion. By the time she left, Lagos rain had transformed the roads into chaos. Downfall drivers shouted through flooded streets. Okadas splashed muddy water. Traffic stretched endlessly. Frustrated and exhausted, Amara's car suddenly broke down near Lekki Phase 1. She gripped the steering wheel and sighed in disbelief. Her phone battery was nearly dead. The rain was relentless. And for a woman who prided herself on independence, this felt like defeat. Then a sleek black Range Rover slowly pulled over beside her. Amara rolled her eyes immediately. The tinted window lowered. Inside sat a calm, handsome stranger dressed simply in black. No bodyguards. No arrogance. Just concern. He told her she might flood before her mechanic arrived. Amara, suspicious and sharp, told him he might get kidnapped offering strangers help. To his surprise, Adrian laughed. Not because she was rude, but because she was real. For the first time in a long time, someone spoke to him without caring who he was. After several stubborn minutes in the rain and one completely dead engine, Amara reluctantly accepted his help. She warned him that if he was weird, she would fight. Adrian smiled and told her that was fair. Inside the warm glow of his car, what began as awkward silence slowly became conversation. Then laughter. Then something unexpected. Ease. For the first time in years, Amara laughed without forcing it. And for the first time in even longer, Adrian didn't feel the need to impress anyone. When he dropped her home, he didn't ask to come inside. He didn't pressure her. He simply looked at her and said she was interesting. Amara tried to brush it off, but as she walked away, something unfamiliar followed her. Curiosity. For days, she couldn't stop thinking about him. Not because he was handsome. but because he felt different. Then fate intervened again. Amara's company was selected to pitch a major redevelopment project, one that could transform her career forever. She entered the boardroom prepared, focused, and ready. But the moment she looked up, her entire body froze. At the head of the table sat Adrian Cole, the rainy night stranger. Only now, he wasn't just a stranger. He was the billionaire investor funding the project. Amara's heart nearly stopped. Every sarcastic thing she had said replayed instantly in her mind. Adrian, clearly enjoying her shock, smiled. Amara wanted the floor to open and swallow her whole. Their professional relationship should have been awkward. But somehow, it became magnetic. Coffee meetings turned into project discussions. Project discussions turned into late-night calls. Late-night calls turned into long drives, rooftop dinners, and conversations neither of them wanted to end. For the first time, Amara met a man who admired her ambition instead of fearing it. And for the first time, Adrian met a woman who saw the man beneath the money. She challenged him. He softened her. And slowly, love arrived. Not loudly, but deeply. Yet love, especially the real kind, often awakens old fears before it heals them. When Adrian finally introduced Amara to his mother, Evelyn Cole, everything changed. Elegant. Powerful. Sophisticated. Evelyn Cole was the kind of woman who could reject someone with a smile polished enough to look like kindness. She welcomed Amara warmly, but not warmly enough. Then came the question hidden beneath social grace. Was she suitable? Amara understood immediately. Not wealthy enough. Not connected enough. Not elite enough. And suddenly, every wound turned left behind reopened. Every fear of not being enough returned. So before Adrian could one day choose status over love, Amara made the painful decision to leave first. She told herself she was protecting her heart. But in truth, she was running from the possibility that this love might actually be real. Adrian was devastated. For the first time, wealth meant nothing. Success felt hollow. And no amount of money could fix the silence she left behind. Meanwhile, Ife grew tired of watching her best friend confuse fear with wisdom. She confronted Amara with brutal honesty. She told her that she wasn't protecting herself. She was punishing Adrian for wounds another man caused. That truth shattered Amara. Because deep down, she knew it was true. While she battled herself, Adrian made a decision that changed everything. He remembered something Amara once said casually during one of their late-night conversations. She had dreamed of designing affordable housing for hardworking families who deserved beauty too. Not luxury for the rich. Hope for ordinary people. So Adrian used his wealth, power, and platform to bring her dream to life. At a massive public launch surrounded by media, investors, and Lagos elites, Adrian shocked everyone. He gave Amara full credit. Then, in front of the world, he said something that silenced every doubt she had ever carried. He said that the woman who taught him love should never question whether she was enough. Amara stood frozen. Not because of the cameras. Not because of the crowd. But because this time, love did not ask her to shrink. It did not ask her to prove herself. It simply chose her, loudly. Tears filled her eyes as she walked toward him. And in that moment, all her fear finally surrendered to truth. She whispered that he remembered. And Adrian, smiling through emotion, told her she was worth remembering. 1 year later, under a breathtaking Lagos sunset beside the ocean, Amara Daniels walked down the aisle. Not as a woman rescued by wealth, but as a woman healed by love. Their wedding was elegant, intimate, and intentional. No performance. No pressure. Just two people who had fought through fear, class, heartbreak, and pride, choosing each other anyway. As Amara's mother adjusted her veil, she whispered something her daughter would never forget. The right love will never ask you to become smaller, only safer. And so, in a city where appearances often disguised emptiness, Amara and Adrian built something real. A love not based on status, not built on fear, but anchored in healing. Years later, whenever Lagos skies darkened and rain began to fall, Amara no longer remembered heartbreak. She remembered the nights her world broke down on a flooded roadside, and love pulled over. If you loved this story, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell for more amazing videos. Thank you so much for watching my videos. It means a lot to me, and I can't wait to see you on the next one.